I never understood the argument of who's the prize, the man or the woman. I think that's so silly. So silly. Because think of it like this. Remember back in the day when only men were allowed to go off to war and die? Why do you think that was? Because even if only 12 soldiers come back to the United States and only 12 men, as long as we have women, we have power. As long as we have women, we have population. Okay? So that's the thing. And remember on the Titanic, remember that part when the ship was sinking and they were like, women and children first, women and children first. And old dude grabbed the little girl like, oh, there. Oh, there. Acting like that was his daughter. Why? Because he needed to put himself in proximity to value in order to live. Because men know this. They know this. But of course, they're not going to go around shouting it from the rooftops. Hi, sweetie. They're not going to go around shouting it from the rooftops. Why would they? Because they lose their power. They lose their power over our minds. We need to think that we're subordinate. We need to think we're less valuable in order to settle for whatever they give us. Girl, I just realized I am the go-to person for women that come from lower middle class, come from the hood, okay, or come from straight poverty that are trying to date up. Dude, okay. I'm just going to rattle off a few things y'all need to work on, okay, to start dating up and getting better options, getting better men, getting better relationships, getting married, okay? Now, I've never been married, but people been asking. Rich people been asking, okay? So this is what I'm going to do, okay? Now, work on body language, big time, okay? Work on eye contact, big time. First of all, if you can't afford to have your nails and hair done all the time, go to that Walmart, go to that Walgreens, get you the French tip press-ons or whatever press-ons you want, okay? You need to have your nails together, okay? Press and glue them things on, and as soon as they start to grow out, make it a habit. Every week and a half to 2 weeks, put new ones on, okay? Getting your nails done at the shop, $60, $70, $80. Getting them done, getting your hands done at home, $8.99 if you get these press-ons, okay? Start experimenting with your look. You need to find the hair colors, the eye colors, the styles that flatter your skin tone and look the best on you. Start playing with it. Start playing with contacts. Start playing with different hair colors, different wigs, whatever. Learn how to actually make your wigs look good. Now, y'all know I come on here looking any type of way because y'all my sisters. Okay, I'm just coming on here to have a good time and teach. So when y'all see me out in the world, when my stuff be going viral, when other people post it, and I be looking to bomb and my energy is crazy out there, that's how I be out in the world, okay? This is just between me and you. Now, I learned how to do my own eyelashes, okay? And no, I do not wear them eyelashes that go all the way up to here, okay? No, I don't do that, okay? Now, skincare. Get you a steamer, Stanley steamer. Okay, $30 on Amazon. It's a face steamer. The reason my skin look as good as it look is, first of all, partially this is a filter. Okay, but y'all know what my skin looks like without it. Hold on, let me give y'all a look. So this is what my skin looks like without it. Okay, amazing foundation for putting on makeup. Very smooth. Okay, not many blemishes at all. So what y'all gonna do is work on, like I said, body language, stuff like that. If you've never been around wealthy people, I want you to get up around them. All you need to do, if you cannot be around them socially, start working around them, okay? Pick up a shift. I literally had a gig app called Upshift. Pick up a shift through Cameron Mitchell, okay? Cameron Mitchell is the go-to catering place for a bunch of different, like, wealthy weddings, wealthy events, politician events, like even the president of the United States, when he came to my Ohio, when he came to my state, this was back when Barack was president. When he came to my state, Karen Mitchell was the one that were feeding everybody at that political event. Okay. So that's a great way to get in. Start working as a server. You don't need no real experiences for real. As a server at these very expensive $1 million something weddings and millions of dollars something political events and different things like that, fundraisers. Start getting up around these people. Volunteer, okay, at these fundraising events and different things like that, just so you can get a vibe, just so you can start building your confidence and talking to these people and being around these people. Girl, I did not know this is what y'all needed. It's a beautiful thing that this is blooming for me. Like, I'm so honored to be able to help you. Just because you were born into a certain environment does not mean you got to stay there. I saw a video that said rich people do not want to network with you. So my girlies on my page, I'm definitely going to put my 2 cents on this. So absolutely, I've been in situations where I've been around a bunch of wealthy people at a networking event and I had nothing to offer. Okay. I've been embarrassed. I've been humiliated. Okay. And I do this stuff. I get out of my comfort zone because I know where I'm headed in life. And that's the only way that you can elevate. You have to be able to get out your comfort zone. So this happened a few years back. I went to a big pitch event where it was a bunch of wealthy people and a bunch of entrepreneurs. And I basically didn't have anything to offer. I just wanted to go just to see how it felt. Right. And the reason why I was so embarrassed and humiliated is because when I was talking to people and they were asking me what I do, I basically didn't have much to tell them. I literally was just there to observe and learn. And I was also wearing a superhero costume. Okay. Now, the reason I was wearing this is because at the time I was starting a nonprofit and it had something to do with superheroes. I can't remember what it was. But basically, I was very embarrassed because people were looking down on me. People were giving me weird looks and weird energy. And I ended up leaving. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to deal with this. So here's the thing. This is why nowadays when I go to networking events and when I go to events with people that have a lot of money and people that have a lot of influences in business and things like that, the reason why things are better now is because I literally took the time to get in those environments and be embarrassed. I took the time to build my confidence, to build my education. Okay, I go to school full-time online to build a business, to build a following online of people who genuinely love and support me. Okay. I took the time to actually build my body, to build my body language, the way that I walk, the way that I talk. I automatically demand respect just from my presence now. Okay. I've been in these situations before. And so guess what I did? I left and went back to the drawing board. Now I can be in any environment and I bring value to any place I step into, no matter how much money people have, no matter who they are, my presence adds value. Okay. So I'm telling you this to tell you that, sis, if you don't have anything to offer, if you don't have the beauty yet, you don't have the body yet, you don't have the business yet, you don't have the nonprofit yet, you don't have the following yet, you don't have anything to offer, you don't have the education yet, you don't have the confidence yet, it's going to take time. Allow yourself to get uncomfortable. Okay? This is why now when I go to networking events, everybody wants to meet me. Literally, everybody wants to meet me. Everybody wants to network with me. This is coming from a woman who first started doing this stuff. Nobody wanted to talk. Nobody wanted me around. Now I am literally magnetic. I go to these networking events. Everybody wants to. There's literally people at these network events that will literally just say, oh, I just wanted to meet you. They don't want to network. They don't have anything to offer me. I don't have anything to offer them. They literally just, oh, I just wanted to meet you. Just from my energy they feel across the room, dude. So please don't let these people get you down. You might not be there yet, but you will get there. I come from very humble beginnings, and something that got me accustomed to the behavior and the confidence of people that have a lot of money and influences. I actually started working at wealthy events, wealthy weddings through Cameron Mitchell. So I was the help. I literally started working at these amazing weddings. Like, they cost a lot of money. And I was just a server. That's it. But being a server, I was able to interact with wealthy people and build my confidence, okay? Because when you don't come from money, you just don't know how it feels. And so when I'm around all these people with money and I'm talking to them face to face and I'm serving them and I'm observing them, this is how I got myself comfortable and confident enough to be in any room with anybody. So do the work, okay? And I'll be there for you. Girl, you got to learn how to let him think he gonna hit. That's how you get everything that you want. Let him think he gonna hit. Turn him on. Seduce him. Okay? But you have to learn how to massage that imagination and still not let him hit. Why? Because he's going to keep revving up that desire for you and them juices. And so whenever you ask for something, he's going to say yes. Why? Because he think he this close. He think I am almost there. Okay? You got to learn how to make him hold his horses. You got to learn how to be that snake charmer, because that's when you start rubbing on that genie lip and all of your stuff start coming true. Why? Because you learned how to be in that sweet spot. Okay, that sweet spot before y'all ever had sex. But he feels like he's so close. Why? Because you can talk about sex, because you can flirt with him, because you can be seductive, because you have your seductive voice, because of the way that you move, the way that you touch him. He's like, oh yeah, she's into me. She really want me. Yeah, absolutely. But he don't know how long it's actually going to take for him to get it. Okay? A lot of times we make the mistake of being like, oh no, don't talk about sex. Oh no, how dare you talk about sex? The first couple of days that I know you know, we need to be taking this slow. Okay, it depends on what you want. Okay, if you're like me and you want a man to prove himself, give you all this stuff, okay, take care of you, do all this shit, you have to learn that sweet spot, okay, of being sexy, seductive, almost to the point where he think, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit right now. I'm gonna hit tonight. I'm gonna hit. And then every time, it's just like the Powerball. He think he gonna hit. We almost there. You do not have to appeal to a corporate man to get a man with money. I think the hypergamous relationships and conversations online are really geared towards like corporate men, CEO, white collar, different things like that. You really don't have to appeal like aesthetically to a corporate man in order to be hypergamous. There are different genres of women and there are different genres of men. Okay? So, for example, like, say for instance, I met a man who owned multiple tattoo parlors. Plenty of money. But it's not the same aesthetic as a man in corporate America. Okay, that's just one example. There are men in all different types of fields, all different type of aesthetics, all different type of lifestyles. Okay, I feel like the conversation online right now is like, oh, everybody has to have this old money aesthetic, or you have to wear certain it's like you have to fit into a certain mold in order to be hypergamous, and that's not true. There's so many genres of men that have resources and generational wealth. I mean, think about artists, rock stars, rappers, okay, art dealers, okay. I'm talking about people who operate boating companies, ships, cruise ships, like yachts. There's so many different aesthetics and vibes of women. So you know that the opposite has to also exist. So don't feel like just because you are interested in hypergamy and dating up that you have to have a certain aesthetic. You don't. You can be you. How did this woman go from regular to remarkable? From unrecognizable to unforgettable? I'm going to tell you how, because you can too. This woman right here, she's Norma Jean. She's a regular lady, but she doesn't have regular dreams. She has big dreams of becoming an actress and a model. But she has a problem. She cannot make those dreams happen. In order for those dreams to come true, she must transform into this woman, Marilyn Monroe. But how did she do it? She first had to change something very important. The next thing I'm going to tell you, this word that I'm going to say, is going to be instrumental in you changing your own life. She changed something called a self-concept. All that little word means is she changed how she thought about herself. She changed who she was in her own mind first. And then that changed how she looked, how she acted, how she spoke. She tapped into her most seductive, fearless, and confident side to create the life that she dreamed about. Welcome to the Femme Fatale Factory, where dream girls are born. My name is Marilyn Monroe, but you can call me Mela for short. I teach women how to tap into their own inner seductress, their most fearless and confident version of themselves, so they can go from Norma Jean to Marilyn Monroe in their own lives and make anything happen for themselves.
Don't you know that a man being rich is like a girl being pretty? You might not marry a girl just because she's pretty, but my goodness, doesn't it help?
You need to always be running out of something, okay? First date, say we meeting up for dinner. I say, okay, babe, I would love to meet up. I can't wait. Can we, oh yeah, I'll say something like, can you bring me some flowers and wine? Okay. Every single time y'all meet up, he needs to be bringing you something. You got to get him in a habit of bringing you something. This is what I do to train a man to spend on me. Okay. First date. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know what will make me happy? If you would bring me some flowers and some wine. Ooh. I absolutely love that. He brings flowers and wine. Second date. Hey, babe, before you say he's picking you up or something. Hey, before you pick me up, I just ran out of foundation. Can you bring me a Sephora gift card? Okay, $50 or something like that. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Where do I pick that up at? Oh, Walmart or Target or Sephora, somewhere like that. Okay, third date. Recommend something at the mall. Okay. Oh, let's go on a movie date. Okay, now, movie dates, you know he gonna be excited because he like, oh, we in the dark. You know, I might get to kiss her. You know, I might get to touch a boob or something like that. So they get real excited about their movie dates. So he don't want you to cancel that movie date. So make sure it's at the mall. And then before the movie, make sure y'all get there at least an hour and a half early. And then shop, okay? Get you whatever you want. Outfits, perfume, whatever it is, okay? Get you whatever you want. Now, a lot of people say they don't know how to actually ask for stuff. Baby, first of all, stop being afraid to ask, okay? Just be sexy with it. Just assume he gonna say yes. Okay, this is what I would do. Oh my gosh, look at that store. You want to see me try something on? Girl, they love that. Okay, try it on for him. Come out that dressing room with that dress on, the curves showing and stuff like that. That's how I get them to buy it every time. I try it on in the dressing room. Okay. And then they purchase all that stuff. Then you go to the movie theaters and stuff like that. Okay. Now, this is like the first 3 dates or something like that. This is how you get into him into a habit. He knows every time he see you, that wallet coming out. Okay. That wallet coming out. Okay. This is how you get them trained up real good. What you're doing basically is getting them accustomed to getting this stuff. That way you get to stop asking eventually. Eventually he just bring you something. Eventually he just this, that, and the third. He always surprising you, and you know, your Christmas gifts make you happy and all this stuff. So the reason I teach this, because I didn't know y'all really wanted this type of content. But I mean, I used to be that girl who got nothing in relationships, and I was like, man, what am I doing wrong? So I'm teaching y'all what I changed and how I started asking and what I started doing in order to start getting this stuff that I like. Because I like money and gift cards and purses and all this stuff. My relationships was good. The love was there. The connection was there. But that money wasn't there. You see, them gifts wasn't there. Them vacations and stuff wasn't there. So I had to figure out how to get that stuff sparked. Last time a man said no to me when I asked him to buy me a dress, he was testing to see how my reaction was going to be. I'm going to tell you what I did. Okay. I went into the the dressing room, and I tried on this dress that I really, really wanted. And I came out, and we was about to go buy it, and he said, oh, you know, not this time. And I'm like, I just tried the dress on and everything. What do you mean not this time? You can't get it? He was like, no, maybe next time, but not this time. Okay. So he had bought me a few things before this occasion. And so I had already gotten into the habit of him buying me stuff. So I was so disappointed from me doing all that, trying stuff on, that I just started crying. That's it. He thought I was going to flip out, get mad. No, I'm sad. I'm disappointed. The energy was so jacked up from that point on that we had to end the date early. And guess what? Next time we went on a date, we went back and he bought me that dress. Okay? He bought me that dress. First of all, I didn't even have to ask the next time. He took me there and bought it for me. So no, I didn't have to flip out or nothing like that. Girl, I just showed my true reaction. I was sad. I came on this date, I had my mouth fixed to get some stuff. When you apply for a job on Indeed, and they say one of the qualifications is that you need to have a degree. For this specific job, you need to have a certain degree. Okay? They will not get to know you. Okay? You're not going to get past that threshold unless you have the degree. This is what gold digging is. Okay? It's not about just wanting a man for money. No, that's where people get confused. They think all you want is money. No. It's a qualification at the door. It's how we sift through. I'm not going to get to know you unless you have this qualification. If you're not financially stable, if you're not financially literate, if you're not generous, if you're not interested in investing in me as a partner, you will be sifted out. You will be sifted out. Okay? It's just a front door policy. You see, most people think gold diggers, all they want is money. They'll date anybody and everybody. No. That's the first qualification. And then I'll get to know you, just like that job on Indeed. Okay, don't nobody go up to Indeed and say, oh my God, I can't believe you want somebody with a degree for this job. The type of experience needed for this position is this degree. So they're not going to call any and everybody who doesn't meet the qualifications to say, maybe he's a good guy. I don't give a damn. That's not the experience that I want. Give him an opportunity to observe you without you looking back. You can do this by closing your eyes while you indulge in the wine or your drink or your water or your food. Close your eyes if there's live music and literally just vibe to it. Allow him to get a view of the real you. Allow him to see you in your element, enjoying yourself. Okay, listen. Oh Oh my goodness. It shouldn't be a stare down competition between y'all. Okay? Allow yourself to be in the moment. Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. Allow yourself to be loose, to be experiencing what's around you. Don't focus on him. Girl, this man just called me. I said, what you doing? He said, oh, I'm at work making money for you. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen. Man, will some of y'all be like, I don't know how you can ask a man for money. I don't know how you can do it. Okay. Because the thing is, when I first met him, I said, basically, you want my number, you're going to have to give me $100. Okay. And he said, oh my God, what? Paying for a number? I ain't never paid for nobody's number before. I said, darling, don't think of it that way. You're not paying for my number. All you're doing is taking some weight off my back. If you give me $100, then I don't have to work as hard later today. And I'll be thinking about you. Maybe we can talk on the phone since I don't have to work as much. He said, all right. Here, I'll give you the money. He tried to flip it on me. He tried to say, how about I'll give you my number and then we can get the money later. I said, can't do it. What Chris Rock say? Same time. No, that was Chris Tucker. Listen, I said, guess what we did? We went to the bank. Yes, we did. We went to the bank. And then he got the money out and said, you know what, all right, there you go. Then I gave him my number. And now what? He calling me talking about, I'm at work making money for you. Absolutely you are. Absolutely. Don't be scared to ask these men for some money. For your number, for nothing. Don't be scared to ask for nothing. Because once you train them up, you see they're going to call on some stuff like that. What you need. I'm at work for you. Making money for you. Okay, but what if I was scared to ask? What if I was scared to scare him away? What if I was scared? I wouldn't be getting nothing. And he definitely wouldn't be at work thinking about me making money.